Deadpool and Wolverine deliver an incredibly entertaining film that doesn't take itself seriously, and you shouldn't take it too seriously either. But I must say, what did we just watch? I'm genuinely amazed at how they pulled off some of the things in the movie. It's not just about execution, but the sheer creativity behind it. The film is packed with clever jokes and cameos, clearly made by someone who genuinely loves the material. If you enjoyed the old Fox universe, especially pre-MCU Marvel movie, you'll absolutely love this film. Unlike the rushed feel of No Way Home, this film offers truly great fan service. When fan service is done right, I enjoy it, though recent years have seen some misses in that department. However, this film really nails it. I believe it's the best multiverse-themed film in the MCU so far. That said, if you've only been watching Marvel for the last 4 or 5 years, or started around 2018 with Infinity War, your enjoyment might be slightly diminished. Most of the jokes, references, and characters are from the pre-MCU era, so if you're not familiar with that period, some parts might not resonate with you. In fact, to fully grasp some elements, you'd need to be familiar not only with old movies, but also with previously announced and cancelled projects. In this sense, the film requires a bit of prior knowledge. Let's talk about the plot of it. It's been 6 years since Wade Wilson left his Deadpool persona behind, and he's trying to live a normal life selling cars. However, he misses his old life, and one day the TVA shows up at his door. Things quickly get complicated, and our character finds himself with Wolverine in the Void. I won't spoil what happens. You should enjoy it for yourself when you watch the movie. I mentioned the TVA and the Void, but the film doesn't really explain these concepts to you. Watching at least the first few episodes of Loki would help. The film even briefly suggests that you watch Loki beforehand. Deadpool and Wolverine ignite the spark Marvel has long needed. The film even hints at the post-Endgame slump and suggests it's playing a bit of a savior role. I should note that this is technically Deadpool 3, even though it's marketed as a Deadpool and Wolverine film. Deadpool's the main character, and Wolverine has a supporting role. We see the film through Deadpool's perspective, with Wolverine playing more of a secondary role. Nevertheless, Hugh Jackman delivers a fantastic performance as Wolverine once again. Even after 7 years since his last portrayal, he nails the character perfectly, with his expressions and body language speaking volumes, even without much dialogue. The action scenes, especially the fights between Deadpool and Wolverine, are highly enjoyable. The film delivers on action. Just as Endgame was a thank you to MCU fans, this film is a thank you to the Fox universe and its actors. Despite a simple story, Deadpool and Wolverine make it incredibly entertaining, with humor you won't find in any other movie. While Deadpool films always had a unique sense of humor, this one takes it to another level. There were concerns about whether Disney would ruin Deadpool after acquiring Fox, but I can confidently say that Deadpool is more Deadpool than ever. The film's aggressive humor surpasses the first two films. It doesn't take itself seriously at all, with characters constantly reminding each other they're in a movie. In terms of breaking the fourth wall, this is the best in the trilogy. It feels more like reading a comic book than watching a movie. The story is reminiscent of comic book narrative, with Deadpool's simple desire to be a hero leading to unexpected and grand events. Unlike typical MCU films where the character's goal is usually significant, Deadpool's aim is quite simple, but the journey is filled with surprising and unimaginable encounters. It's a unique film, and I appreciate different approaches. Whether it's good or bad, being different often matters more to me. While it's not just an experimental film, the creators clearly knew the audience would love it. I enjoyed the movie, laughed multiple times, and had a lot of fun. However, I must admit that the story is weak and somewhat cliche. It barely has a coherent plot, almost as if Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman were improvising and we're just watching them. The villain is quite superficial and lacks depth. I wish they had a better antagonist, but this film isn't really about the plot or the villain. It's purely a Deadpool and Wolverine movie. Watching these two characters is incredibly entertaining. If the film were 2 hours longer, I'd still watch with the same excitement. It's a mix of great entertainment and mediocrity. If the plot and villain were better, it could have been an excellent film. With this movie, we at least get a farewell to the Fox universe, giving it some closure. Overall, this film is a love letter to the Fox universe and its character. I loved watching it, and I highly recommend you see it soon. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe. Take care, and goodbye.